Hey, this is Carlos GGS from Guitar God Secrets. I'm cranking up the gain here to bring you a quick video review of the John Petrucci Majesty. This baby right here. This is the frost version, and I have to say the finish is actually kind of frosty. When I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's got kind of a weird little iridescent finish to it. If you look at some of the other finishes online, they're actually pretty darn cool. When I saw this online, I was like, you know what, I gotta have one, or I gotta at least try one out. And I'll have to say, it's mostly there in terms of the next generation of where I see guitars going. It's really pretty incredible. I'm gonna give a quick rundown of the instrumentation on this bad boy so you can get a little idea of what it's got. First of all, it's got a non-locking tremolo, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. It's an important aspect to talk about. And it's got the, well, I can go into all the vivid details. You can always go online and find out things like radius of the fingerboard and all that crap. You don't need to know all that stuff right now. It's 24 frets, which is beautiful for my playing because I really like 24 frets. It's got a great finish. The neck feels really awesome and slick. There's a very glossy finish on the fretboard. It's very well sealed, and the frets themselves just excellent to bend against and feel. They just slide right. It's just really well finished. Now the guitar itself has a unique setup in terms of the bridge has piezo pickups to facilitate more acoustic-y sounding playing if you wanted to do that and get that nice acoustic type sound to it, that different edge. And these switches and the switching system on it is supposedly set up electronically as opposed to electromechanically, so that it switches faster than regular switches. Now, I'll be honest with you, if you can tell the difference in switching speed of a toggle switch on a guitar and hear, you know what, that's kind of slow. I don't know, man. I've never been able to hear that sort of thing, but if it's a big deal to you, then obviously this is a pretty important thing to get. The cool thing is it's got an onboard boost. It has a preamp boost built into it that you toggle with this first knob here, and you can adjust the amount of boost on the back. There's a little plate here on the back plate where you can go in with a little mini screwdriver and set the piezo bass, the piezo treble, the magnetic piezo mix, because you can actually set the two at the same time, and the magnetic boost, which is the boost I was just talking about, which is right there. The other knobs allow you to obviously switch in and out on the coils. Same thing with this here. This is primarily the switch between the piezo and magnetic pickups. All very cool, all very fine and dandy, but you're probably saying, Carlos, is it a cool guitar? Is it a great guitar to play? Well, I'm 90% yes, but that 10% that's left is a pretty big 10%. And the reason being this tremolo. I am not a very big fan of non-locking tremolos. Let's face it, if you have a really well set up Floyd Rose, you're always going to be in tune, and you don't have to worry about bending. You don't have to worry about whamming the thing into the next century. It's going to stay in tune if you do it right and if you set it up right. This tremolo, on the other hand, is not staying there for me, and the reasoning I think I can come up with is that there is some sort of binding happening on the string, whether it's at the bridge or it's up here at the nut. I think the nut needs to have wider slots, and I think down here at the bridge you have to really lube it up. And what I've been using is something called nut sauce. I'm sure you guys have seen that or heard of that at some point or another. If you haven't, it's a great thing to have for your for the actual nut of the guitar. Despite the disgusting name, it is in fact really cool stuff. It's kind of like it's not an oil-based lube, but it looks like it. It's kind of gooey. Then there's this, which is called guitar grease. Guitar grease. It's a graphite oil mix that allows you to get the graphite where you want it and get to stay there, because just taking a pencil to something, sometimes the graphite doesn't stick. So I'm going to try these out in hopefully relieving some of this tension that must be on the strings, or where it's grabbing the strings at the bridge, near the tailpiece, and up at the neck, up at the nut. Can't tell you where right yet, but hopefully I'll get this thing fixed. If and when I do, however, that's going to make this guitar rock. Yeah, it will, because it'll definitely be a lot more playable, a lot more exciting. It fits really well. It's got a great weight. It has a great balance to it. I'm sure John has spent a long time figuring out just the exact specifications of his ergonomics to make this thing really feel good next to you, and it really does feel good. It's very playable, very reachable. The upper frets, as you can tell by the cutout up here, are very accessible, extremely accessible. I've never had that much freedom in getting up to the highest frets all the way across the fretboard. So all in all, I would give it, like I said, probably a 9 out of 10 at this point. I give it a 10 out of 10 if I could just get this damn tremolo to stay in tune. And the problem being, more than anything else, that not when I'm using the tremolo so much is when I'm bending notes and the string won't go back back to where it should be. So it's obviously binding somewhere at the nut or at the bridge, but it's something to watch out for if you get this guitar, because I'm sure that every person that gets one of these is going to have this issue, so you got to keep that in mind. It also does have a very unique feature in the nut. It's got this special nut that is supposed to be set up so that the intonation is much more accurate. Because of the string length difference between the 6 strings, it's actually varied up here at the nut. I can't remember the name of this particular style. Big trademark war, or big copyright war, whatever, over this thing a couple of years back, but that's what he's got on this bad boy. Locking tuners, everything feels really good on the guitar. I highly recommend you at least try one out. If you're not a big bender or a big whammy bar user, I don't think you're going to have any problems getting this thing up to spec. Me, I'm picky. What can I say? So the John Petrucci Majesty, 9 out of 10. I definitely recommend you check one out. If you have any questions, be sure to post them on the video, and I'll be glad to answer them about the guitar itself. It's just a beautiful looking, beautiful feeling guitar with one small drawback. I'll be talking again soon. This is Carlos GGS. If you enjoyed this video, by all means, go down to that link you see down there. Get yourself on my newsletter so that I can start getting you more cool information, right, man? I give you some great videos that you don't get on the YouTube channel. So that's why you want to subscribe and get my free cool report. It's the #1 guitar practice hack. It's a video report, and you got to see it because it's going to make the difference, all the difference in your playing. This is Carlos GGS. I'll be talking again soon. Live to play, play to live.